All right, finally the day has come where we install a beautiful floor. Where we take this. Now I'm sitting here contemplating if I want to continue with this van build because it sucks. And we turn it into that. This project took about 35 hours over the course of about a month and a half. It wasn't too hard in comparison to other things like our window that has completely destroyed our van basically. Speaking on that, in this video we kind of talk about the window because in the video we were supposed to go fix it during the time of shooting. We did not fix that. I have a bigger window coming in and it should negate all of our problems that we have. Should have done that in the first place. It's a little bit harder to find one that opened because we want the kitchen window to open up still. Hopefully we'll get that installed here in a couple weeks and we can stop messing with that problem and the van will look nicer as a whole once we get that installed. If you guys would, go down and hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. Comment anything you'd like. Tell me how awesome the floor looks or tell me how bad the floor looks. I don't really care. Anything helps the YouTube algorithm. It's not really to boost my ego or nothing. It's helps YouTube boost my videos to more people and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and jump right into the first steps of installing our beautiful floor. Yeah. Okay, so now that we have it sweeped out, we got some spots here that is exposed, so we're just going to hit them with some of our handy dandy Rust-Oleum. Okay, so today we are using Thinsulate as our insulation here. We got 60 feet. A lot of people get 50 feet. I wanted to make sure we had enough. I wasn't trying to buy and order more. We may have some extra and that's okay. I do know that it is hydrophobic, so it will not absorb any moisture. It has a little bit of sound deadening. In the video I just saw, I think the R value is 5.2. It is a little bit expensive, but it's also specifically made for this exact thing, for cargo vans. It's not made for house, it's not house insulation or shed insulation. It is van insulation, so. Hey, we got stickers! So we got some cool stickers as well. It says Vanlife Outfitting. We're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna do the floor. The reason why is because next weekend we are going up to St. Louis and my brother is gonna help me put in the window. After that gets done, then we'll go ahead and insulate the entire van. I don't want to insulate it yet because it's leaking and I don't want the water to get all over this insulation. So I really wanted to see how well it cuts with this knife or if I need to go to Lowe's and buy some shears real quick.
Buy some shears?
Yeah, we're gonna have to go buy some shears. So we're gonna go buy some shears real quick. It doesn't really matter because we have to wait for all of this spray paint to dry anyways before we can start taking measurements and cutting it anyway. So we'll be right back. We're gonna run to Lowe's and get some shears. So we're not doing a bunch. That's about how much I'm doing for, you know, a good section. And that's probably what I'll do for the rest of these two. Just little lines like that. The screws shouldn't hold it in a lot better. This is kind of just to make sure it's in place while we screw it down and a little bit extra. So okay, so now we're gonna start. Yeah, you can see what we're doing. Okay, so Garrett went ahead and marked out the wheelbase and we're gonna go ahead and cut that. And we did learn from a previous video to put sit up, so we're gonna do that.
That thing's a lot more messy than your jigsaw.
Not to rip it. There.
Perfect.
Okay, so the rest of the plan for tonight is I'm going to take a handy dandy Sharpie and I'm going to mark out where those rivets are and I'm going to screw that in. And then after that, we're going to come back in the morning. We're also running out of daylight fairly quickly. We're doing this late October, so it gets dark at like 6 and currently it is 5:30, so I mean, we realistically only have like 30 minutes of daylight left. So it's gonna take 30 minutes to clean up our mess. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Sydney just took off after something in the woods. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna do that. So now, all we gotta do is screw in the holes. Okay, so our 1-inch nails aren't quite long enough. We're gonna go try to get 1 1/4 maybe, or maybe we'll get 1.5 inches. So we'll get 1.5 inch screws. When we looked underneath, there's not a lot to be drilling into, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem hitting anything like I thought there would be. So we're gonna go get 1.5 inch screws. Okay, so this is the next day. It's been raining quite a bit today, so it's a little foggy, and it might rain again. So we don't have a whole lot of time today. And my voice has gotten even worse today as well. So we're gonna try to do what we can. And yeah, we got a couple more tools that'll help us out today. Let's get started. So the first step today is we got to cut off a little bit of this corner. That's by the wheel face, because it's not quite fitting. Turns out we couldn't find this piece that goes here over the step, so we're gonna go ahead and insulate this guy right here, and we're gonna do something with that later. If not, it's just gonna stay the exact same, but this part right here needs to be insulated. So we went ahead and took all of these guys off. Well, you can hear Garrett's doing it in the background. So we're gonna take all of them off except for this one. This one's gonna stay, but Garrett over there is doing that one. We're gonna get this one off, and there's one right there too we're gonna get off. Okay, so we cut out a piece of wood, and we're gonna see if it fits. It should. So it does fit, but we just need to trim this up a little bit. Okay, so it fits. Garrett did a good job cutting. Now we're gonna do the same thing that we did on this wood. Draw some lines, pre-drill some holes, and then screw it in. Okay, so we're gonna make sure the rest of this board is screwed in real quick, and then we're gonna move on to the rest of the black that you see. Okay, so before I pre-drill some holes in this guy, I'm gonna go underneath the van. I just want to double check here in the middle if there's, you know, anything under here, if it can be screwed in here. So I'm gonna get dirty because it's real muddy. So if I'm muddy after this, you know why. I had to get on the ground. Okay, so we're good to go. Let's go ahead and do some drill some pre-holes. Jesus Christ. I did not pass English class the first time. I actually had to go through summer school for English class. And I was in the ping pong club.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch.
Okay, so we think we have a piece cut for that little square over there. It's definitely not a square, but let's see how it fits. Yeah, just a teeny tiny bit.
Okay, like
And more so up here.
a little bit more than I thought I wanted.
That's okay.
Off, but
If we have a little bit of space, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so now let's make some marks, screw them in. Okay, so I didn't want to bore you guys too much with me just doing a whole bunch of screws, so I've been working out here last night and this morning. Today is Wednesday, before and after work. But I do want to show you guys how we're going to do this. So we had this come out quite a bit, and it's going to help house our sink, because our sink is going to start basically where the door ends over here. So we'll have a little bit more than a foot for our sink and our gray water unit and stuff like that. For support here, we got one of these pieces of wood, and we put it under here. It doesn't quite fit, so I cut off another little bit and wedged it in there. Fits really good. Now I think the plan for me is going to be liquid nail underneath here, and then I'm going to screw in here, and hopefully it'll make it all one big piece. At least that's the hope. So I guess you'll find out on Sunday if that worked or not when we put down the actual vinyl wood flooring. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. Okay, and there's our second sliver. That one fits a lot better than this one did. Okay, so I'm still going to keep them clamped because I want it to glue to the bottom of the van, the step. I want it to glue down here. Good. But now it should be a lot more secured. Okay, so we're back again, working on the van. We have bought 4 more boxes of flooring, plus the 2 that we already have bought. It's about $450 worth of flooring for the vinyl, plus the tape, plus all the plywood, 2x4s, all the screws. So we're probably looking close to about $500 for our floor already. But today should be the day that we finish it all up. It's also like 30 degrees outside. It's literally snowing a little bit. There's like flurries. Just to give you an idea of what I'm working with today. Super cold. So I may be putting on more layers as the video continues. Let's get everything out of the van. Put it over there. Hell yeah.
Man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch. Always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy. It was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks. We out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized. We out here making posters and we ain't got nothing to hide. We move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh. Fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange.
This floor sucks. I have no idea what I'm doing. And it's so hard to put in place. Everybody online makes it look so easy. This shit sucks. And of course, I'm sick still. It's been a month. My girlfriend didn't want to do sheet vinyl because it didn't look too real enough for her, so now I'm sitting here contemplating if I want to continue with this van build because it sucks. We have a hole in our van that I've spent $2,000 on, and it's just a hole covered up with trash bags. I got a floor that I have no idea how to use that I'm $500 deep into. We hate where we live. We need to move, so we don't really have time to just hang out another month or 2. This van build sucks. It sucks a lot. So after about 2 hours of beating the out of the floor, we finally have 4 pieces connected seamlessly. So it comes down to here. The wheelbase is like right here, right over here. So we get it all the way connected up to the floor. Finally, all 4 pieces are seamless, and it is what it is. So now we're gonna move on and finally put some more pieces together. So I'm gonna show you guys my newest issue that I keep running into. So since we stopped our subfloor right here, now this, when I beat on that end down there, this side right here just scoots that way. I need to figure out a way to keep that from moving. Okay, so my solution for this little spot over here is to actually go down to this end. And one of the boxes of flooring fits perfectly. I can beat it up against that and I can move it down once we get to this area. So that was my solution. It fits snug with this thing. It helps out a lot. You can see I kind of beat it down in there. That is my solution. So I'm gonna go to that end and hit it down this way towards us. I'm gonna hit it this way. Hopefully that will help and I can get everything nice and snug. So a little update. We have got 3 lines in. So we got 3 lines, and after you do that first layer, God, it gets so much easier. Had a little breakdown, I got back to it, and I was able to get it down to 3 layers now. So it's really just smooth sailing from here until we get to the other side over here. Yeah, I will give you guys another update in just a little bit. Okay, y'all. I don't know why I just said y'all. That was weird. Okay, so I got most of it done last night. I did these 2 pieces. I did this piece today. Only 3 pieces today. Oh no, 4 pieces. There's another piece back here that I did today. Now, instead of moving on real quick, I'm gonna clean it all out, sweep it up, and then I'm gonna take some, let me get it. So then I'm gonna take some of this stuff, high strength 90 contract adhesive. It's like industrial spray glue, basically. And I'm gonna lift up some corners here, like so, and spray the hell out of it. And then I'm gonna set it down, put something heavy on it, and I'm gonna wait for it to dry a little bit. I'm gonna do that in most of the corners because this vinyl wood floor is supposed to be in a house where there's 4 walls. You know, it's supposed to be snug up against all the walls, but clearly we don't have a wall right here. We don't have a wall right here. We don't have a wall behind our seat over there, and of course we don't have a wall either in the back of the van. So I'm gonna use some spray adhesive just to make sure that stuff doesn't move. And then these pieces right here, this guy, we have some trim that's gonna sit. It's the metal trim because it came in L shapes, which is perfect for our stair here. So we'll just put this trim down like that and it'll hide that away. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and spray all the edges and stuff.
And I always stay up, don't let them see you, bitch. Always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh.
Alright, so we have our metal piece that's gonna fit right here. Go over that edge. But I'm gonna take a knife. I'm gonna clean up this insulation just a little bit, like right here, and get all that kind of out so it's not sticking out. Maybe tuck some of it in. So I do have one piece right here that sticks out quite a bit more. I'm going to take Garrett's Dremel and just trim it back just slightly. So I'm going to do that real quick. I think it'll be able to fit nicely now. Let's try it. And it does fit so much better. Perfect. So now we're going to screw that in. Okay, and just like that, all screwed down, not gonna move, and that's what the end looks like. I think it looks really good. It nice closes it off. It also secures the vinyl to the floor a little bit more. The screws I used here, they are 3/4 of an inch, and they're the flat ones, so they don't stick up a little bit more. We now have to do that trim on a couple more places, so let's go do that. It's getting dark, so I switched to my phone. Okay, so it is getting dark, so I switched to my phone. We got this piece cut out. I wanted to show you something real quick. So we have this over here, that's this lip right here. That's what I'm talking about. So I had to go ahead and chop that off, and I used it using a Dremel. So now this guy fits perfectly. See, so that's how we're gonna rock out with that. Now we're gonna screw this bad boy in. Okay, so I'm putting down the last piece of flooring. I want to show you. So I guess I should show this first. This right here is just flat. It has no like lip like that does. You see what I'm talking about? This has a lip right here. That's because it had to be cut for this spot right here. See, it comes out to here and there's a lip here. But for that, I'm just gonna slide another piece in without a lip, and it fits pretty seamless. I also know that there's gonna be a bed and a sink above this, so it doesn't have to look absolutely perfect right here. So we're just gonna spray adhesive all of it down, and hopefully it looks pretty seamless. So I'll show you what the after product looks like. That piece is in. It doesn't look the best, but like I said, we are going to be putting stuff over it. Got a pretty good seam. The glue is still on it. I also put the glue like on this side and on this side, so that way it can glue together. But once that's dry, we have one more piece of trim to go right there, and that is it. I lied. We're gonna put a piece here. We're gonna do that right now. Let's put a piece there right now. Okay, we are getting here towards the end. We got everything in place. That's over there holding that piece down. I put some adhesive on it since it's not beat into place in two spots. So that's getting glued down. While that's getting glued down, I'm gonna cut off this access insulation and put the trim down. We got it cut down to length. I had to trim off this side a little bit. It's a little stabby, but it's towards the ground. It'll be okay. The next thing you guys are gonna see here in just a second are some glamour shots, because that's the final piece. So, glamour shots. And finally, the time has come that the floor is finished. Gosh, it's been such a long time, but I think it turned out amazing. So, thank you guys, if you guys are still watching, for sticking around all the way to the end of the video. That really helps with YouTube boosting my videos, so that's amazing. Thank you guys for supporting the mans. If you haven't already, go down and hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment if you'd like. That would be awesome as well. Project went fairly smoothly. It just took a lot of hours to do. I did get quite a bit of bruises and cuts and stuff from that. I cut my hand up quite a bad on my top of my hand and on the side of my hand, and then I also got a pretty bad callus, and I smashed it with a hammer a few times, or a mallet, not a hammer, a rubber mallet a few times, and I thought I broke it, but it's good. The swelling's going down. It's not really purple and black anymore, so that is good. All the pain was worth it though, because I absolutely love the way the floor turned out. I think it looks amazing. There are a few spots that don't look perfect, like around the wheelbase, stuff like that. All that stuff will be covered up by either a box. We're putting boxes over the wheelbase. We're gonna insulate them as well. Also, there's a little spot next to the door, the sliding door. That's not perfect. That will also be covered up by the bed and the sink. So I'm not too worried about those two spots. But yeah, that's really about it. Always remember that you cannot buy love, but you can always adopt it. Christmas is coming up, and remember that a pet is a 15-year plus commitment. Don't get a pet if you can't take care of it. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna be out of here.